Welcome to another training video sponsored by Benchmark Quality Management Solutions Limited. My name is Janice Mitchell, Lead Auditor at Benchmark. In our last video, our CEO, Dr. Gooden, would have introduced you to our series on food safety management. If you have not yet seen that video, please click in the link right here. In today's video, we will continue our series by looking on the very foundation of any food safety management systems, Prerequisite Programs, or PRP for short. Now, whether or not you are in manufacturing, food distribution, food service, or primary production, your organization will benefit from having well-designed and effectively implemented prerequisite programs in place. Benchmark is here to help. Our training and consulting arms have helped many companies to implement PRPs, including good agricultural practices, good distribution practices, and of course, the program covered in our last training video, good manufacturing practices. In today's video, we will be looking at sanitation, a very critical PRP that was briefly touched on in our last video. If you are a food safety practitioner, or even if you just interact on a regular basis with a food manufacturing environment, you would have some idea of the importance of sanitation to the production of safe food. Now, the requirement of a sanitary or clean food production environment is both a moral and a legal one, being required by local regulations and international best practice. Wherever you are in the world, the information being shared by Benchmark today will be beneficial to your organization. What is a sanitation program? Well, here at Benchmark, we define it as a program of cleaning and disinfection meant to reduce dirt and germs in the production environment. We find that this simple definition keeps the two main aspects of sanitation: cleaning, which is the removal of dirt and soil, and disinfecting, which is a reduction of germs in the environment, clear and distinct in the minds of the food safety workers that we train. To maintain an effective sanitation program, there are four main things that your company will need to have in place. These are: 1, a sanitation plan or schedule; 2, appropriate cleaning chemicals and tools; 3, adequately trained staff; and 4, an effective monitoring program. This video will briefly touch on these 4 aspects of the sanitation program. Now, should you want more in-depth training for your entire team or just your sanitation supervisor, please feel free to contact us by clicking any of the links in the description below. A sanitation plan, as some of you would already know, is a written document that governs the implemented sanitation program. It is very important in any food service environment. The plan ensures that all surfaces are cleaned on a regular basis and reduces the risk of transferring bacteria or other pathogen from an unclean surface to clean ones through cross-contamination. What are the aspects of this plan? Well, firstly, it outlines how each item needs to be cleaned. It uses SOPs and work instructions to give specific instructions step by step on how each equipment or surface is to be cleaned and disinfected. Secondly, it outlines who is responsible for cleaning. Now, at Benchmark, we usually recommend that one staff member is assigned to clean and a second member is assigned to inspect or verify the cleaning. Of course, both would be trained in the sanitation procedure. Now, the third critical thing on the cleaning schedule is the frequency of cleaning. It is important when developing your cleaning schedule that you consider frequency, the frequency at which a particular surface is used, as well as other factors that affect cleaning needs, such as the design or placement of a particular piece of equipment. Now, have you ever had trouble in the past documenting an effective yet manageable cleaning schedule? Drop your questions on documenting your cleaning schedule in the comment section and someone from Benchmark will reach out to you. The second aspect of a good sanitation program that we will discuss today is appropriate cleaning chemicals and tools. A listing of cleaning and sanitizing agents should be kept available at the factory. These can be had in the form of material safety data sheets, MSDS, which can be had from your chemical suppliers. Now, it is very important to note that the control of chemical is such an important aspect of maintaining a safe food production environment that many companies have split it out into its own prerequisite program. You can hear more about this in our upcoming video, Choosing Your PRPs, that will be released later this year. Now, in addition to appropriate cleaning chemicals and a plan of action, there needs to be effective and appropriate tools used as a part of your sanitation program. The tools used for sanitation should be fit for purpose and not by design or misuse pose any risk to the safety of the food. Strings from worn washcloths or loose bristles from old brushes are just two examples of how poorly maintained cleaning tools can contaminate foods and the food production environment. It is for this reason that cleaning tools must be properly maintained. Now, color coding and other control measures have traditionally been used to prevent cleaning equipment becoming a source of allergen or other cross-contamination. Do you use a color coding system in your organization? Now that we know a little bit more about sanitation, we will be transitioning to our next program. There is a saying, John does as John knows. Those who have attended any of the various environment or food safety management trainings held by Benchmark QMS would have heard me say, good employees do bad things when they're not properly trained. And I still believe that this is true. The third aspect of an effective sanitation program is adequately trained staff. Now, many companies overlook the importance of training their sanitation team, sadly, to their own peril. Improper cleaning methods can result not just in food contamination, but in severe and expensive damage to infrastructure and cleaning equipment. Guys, can you believe that we are already at our fourth and final point for this video? The final point that we'll be covering today is monitoring, which is very important to sanitation. An effective monitoring program is essential to the continued success and improvement of the sanitation program. Like all other programs that are a part of your food safety system, the sanitation program needs to be monitored for effectiveness and efficiency. Now we know that most manufacturing companies have to operate for extended periods to ensure that they meet production targets. The sanitation program, therefore, needs to be designed in a way that will effectively maintain a sanitary environment while being as undisruptive to the manufacturing process as possible. Monitoring verifies that this is being accomplished and identifies opportunities for improvement. Regular monitoring also helps us to identify breakdowns in our sanitation program by identifying instances of non-conformities or worrying trends. These, of course, would be taken through the company's corrective action program and the root causes addressed to prevent a reoccurrence of those issues. So that would bring us to the end of the training on sanitation as a prerequisite program. To learn more about root cause analysis in the sanitation program and other programs in your system, how to identify them, correct them, we invite you to register using the link provided below for our virtual training that will be held in April 2021. The training will be looking on root cause analysis and corrective actions. We will be teaching you some easy to use root cause analysis techniques such as the 5 whys technique and the fishbone method. We will also be distinguishing between corrections and corrective actions, telling you when to use what, when corrections are appropriate, when corrective actions are needed. And of course, we will be looking at the ways in which you will document your root cause analysis to ensure that knowledge is retained in your organization. Now, if you or a coworker that you know are interested in joining this training, please contact Benchmark Quality Management Solutions Limited using the information posted on your screen. Guys, we thank you for staying to the very end of this video. I do hope that information presented today was useful and that it will help you to develop an effective sanitation program in your own organization, because a clean environment is needed for safe food. If you found this video useful, please feel free to give it a like, share it with your coworkers, and recommend it to a friend. We also invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you will not miss our next informative video. Until next time, I am Janice Mitchell saying, don't just think bigger, think differently.